Hey guys, welcome to another Mini Z video. As you can see, I've got my Honda NSX Super GT 2007 ARTA on the track, and I've fixed the traction roll issue. I haven't fixed my poor driving though, I'm out of practice. So I'll bring it over to show you what I did to fix it. May not be obvious, but you might be able to spot it. What I did is I dremeled out a little bit more of the wheel arch because it had very large wheel arches, and I've put it on a 98mm mid-mount chassis, and that's fixed the issue because none of my 98mm cars have the traction roll issue, so I think it does relate to the rear mount motor and the physics and so on of having the weight at the rear and putting more stress on the T-plate area. So it doesn't look too bad with me modifying it because it had big gaps to start with. So I'll bring it up closer so you can have a better look at what I did. Just keep in mind that it doesn't have the weight on the car now, so the wheels sort of drop down compared to where it will sit with the weight on it. Sit it down so you can see. So it now drives better, but the problem is it's on a different chassis to what it used to be on, and it's on a chassis that doesn't centre properly, so it sometimes veers a bit to the left or the right unpredictably. So I've just got to get used to that or work out what to do to fix that issue. Maybe I've got to clean out the servo, I'm not sure. So it used to be on this chassis, but I did what I talked about. I converted that chassis over to be an LM, so it's got now the disc damper on the back, which is why the LM cars, well, one of the reasons why the LM cars handle well. They've also got a wider track at the rear. So I think I read that it's 4mm wider by default if they have the same offset as the other cars. So one of the things I'm considering doing is I might actually put it onto that body. So a Rothmans car with racing replacing the cigarette brand Rothmans on them to try to stop kids sort of getting hooked on cigarettes, I guess. It's usually US toy laws. And if I put it against it, you'll see that it's 102mm now because it matches. Well, you can't see I'm blocking it. It's now 102mm ready to go onto a 102mm car. So it may well be the Rothmans one. We'll just see. Haven't made up my mind for sure. But let's get back to the Honda for now. There's a better view of how it looks with me dremeling out the wheel arch a little bit to fit it into a 98mm chassis. So I'll flip it around and show the other side as well. So I've still got CA glue on the front tyres from when I tried to stiffen up the sidewalls, so eventually as that wears off I won't bother replacing it. I might even scrape it off because I don't think it'll need it now. So it doesn't look as bad as you might expect it to look by me doing it. And anyway, when it's on the track and you see it from above, you don't even notice it. But you certainly notice how it drives much better now. How does it drive on a 98mm wheelbase compared to the 94? Well, it's reduced the sharp turn in as expected. It's improved the stability as expected by having a longer wheelbase. It's still on the 40 degree tyres front and rear that I had it on, So I could potentially put slightly grippier ones on the front to sharpen up the steering a little bit, but it's driving okay as is for now. So I'll just drive it around the track a bit more, and you can see that it will occasionally get just a little bit of a sort of a wheel hop at the rear if I go aggressively into the notorious corner where it usually traction rolls, although it used to traction roll everywhere on the track with a corner at one point. And you'll be able to see that as soon as it's become a 98mm wheelbase with the same body, the same wheels, but on a different chassis, of course, it has fixed the issue. So what an amazing difference it's made to this Honda. That's all I have for now, guys. Mini Z out.